下音量。我声音怎么那么小？可是感觉把声音拉大就会很怪吗？还是怎样？喂啊，随便了。
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been the drive a large met.
昨天看过了，昨天死掉了。
Likely, yes. This guy.
There he is.
升级了。标新立异，可以升其他的。这种只是2。哦，有道具加成，才有加成负2。但看起来可以叠很多点，不然就继续点标新立异吧。
An old monument, a silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, As you look up, you notice something about
我学多文。
There are some odd, even by the standards of the well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate centuries, his own maladministration. For stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
国王就是国王，可以说任何事。
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
什么？
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
那毒粉是什么？
Cocaine.
可碱。
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, the original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the land. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined designers mostly thought it would be ironic to restore. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber. People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics. Those critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem not that he ever did in life either. Something with great kinetic energy seems someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke, target practice, or a political statement. Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon.
The king stands high up.
钱。婆婆跟他讲过话。
The small, the photo, an ambrotype. From the turn, no response. Wherever.
那婆婆好像不会理我。白背心。我都会加我的标新立异，加标新立异比较好。
A simple little cadence.
From another planet. It's the jam.
The air from
The traffic. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo. Yeah.
It's official. He too agreed.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on
这
this
这里好像没有什
roundabout
么
and this was all I
有
ever
用的
knew.
资讯。
Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Everyone's a critic, man. So tell me, what do you need? Huh? The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop. It's like,
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
暴工业哦，
maybe you should.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant... I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like,
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
they want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. Not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All account...
It's easy to see he's telling.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions...
Ask for his conclusion.
Huh?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotic.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out this rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was...
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Cool. We all want to know each other, know each other's woes and all.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
哎、
Don't be a stranger.
刚刚什么东西在闪？我的车。
Before you stands a vapor emanates. This must be the infernal machine that in the cabin you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils, a metallic
take what you need.
He's clearly the primer, useful for open. The handles are long. You can do this rope. Lets you see the pull-out toolbox.
先存档，储存，快速储存。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, the frequency, the soft purr.
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy.
紧急状
Just
况
be
紧急状况。
confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye.
It will.
Her voice. He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. And you survived. Even better. With all the damage. What else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or...
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact,
It's not fucking cryo-acta latte. It's...
Anything else I can help you with, Officer?
As always, it's DJ.
A flock of
DJ.
seagulls takes off right away. The loot.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted... Oh,
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
nothing to get into, really. But sure,
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone? Just a second, officer.
10-2,
The man you...
10-4, message received. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
做你的搭档啊？
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
维克嘛，是我的搭档。
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a... Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other police.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vitmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this...
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop.
Of course it's serious.
Satellite Officer Vitmar concurs, losing your badge. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going...
Fuck me. Mac, come here.
What's going on?
Super cop here,
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Badge! He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was on the...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
哇，反应速度不够快。
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't...
New heights even for...
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's got...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question?
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
我原本是成功的好吧。
He says he didn't lose his gun.
Ask him to describe it. His gun.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
It's a single-shot kill A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Says it's a key armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his
Dear God, he lost his gun.
This isn't really...
Mac can face a giant of cocoa nur by himself.
Oh, I can't. Fuck.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to.
What's he saying?
He said he should...
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure, vanilla waffles were the only thing.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't... Who? Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might... Fire water? He's lost it. Satellite Officer V. Then for affirmative, officer in...
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear... What does he want? He's asking for... I don't think he... Don't give that asshole... Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it isn't. Request denied, sir.
没有气耶。
Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask...
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 visitor. What? What is it? He wants to verify.
But of course, it says...
Tell him to stop. What do you need, sir? Over.
我知道，我不知道自己住哪里。
10-4. Hold up, Jules. He doesn't. Seems like it. No. Fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. What? He seems intoxicated.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics. 10-4. Does he actually want... He asked if he ever told... For God's sake! Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything...
你看起来问不出来什么东西。
Sir. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money.
So the Union has a phone.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
我连制服都不见了。哇，我们没差吧？今天也没穿制服。啊！我怎么又死掉了？
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? He watches you melt down stoically. Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective genre for...
Hey. 好悲哦。
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the frequency, the soft...
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is officer.
Under the green primer.
Just a second.
10-2.
The man...
10-4, message received. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4. Is it him? He says he... Don't give that... Right. That's a negative on the additional found. Anything else, sir? Over. 10-4. Your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over.
我可以直接选我没有警证。
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. Any other good... He's saying... He what? He lost his badge? This is coming... You mean your partner? Over. What is this? He's asking... I'm his goddamn... It's your partner, satellite officer. Did he lose his memory? Who lost his... Dick? Fuck. It's Officer
Dick, defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says the... Oh god, satellite officer... Mullen dicked us. 10-4, I hear you, officer. Fuck me. What's going on? Super Cop. He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Ten-9, come again.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Sergeant Orson wants...
Check your pockets. Check your...
Okay,
it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question?
Lying.
Oui.
Over the...
He says he did. Thank God for that. Losing his badge is bad. We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Roger that. 10-10.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take...
Her voice is... He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh. Yes, there's no... Who? You are? And you survived. Even better. Anything with all the damage you've been dealing with? What else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you.
What? You want the real, honest, and to know?
It's not fucking cryo-acta-latte.
Anything else I can help you with?
As always.
A flock of seagulls right away. The lieutenant reaches into the cabin.
Someone must have been messing with the radio. Oh.
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks F.
Souped up.
God damn it. Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or... You would be too if you had this motor. But seriously...
This is Precinct 57. Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Receive.
Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello? No, not me. No, people don't have...
So the union had...
It was someone else.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their... I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you. Yeah, go on. Yes, I know.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Huh?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making...
Oh, once again, I have been trying to wean you up. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't... I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there. There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly?
Why not?
Maybe
I don't know. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously...
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua, you threw it against the wall while... I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
You hear a sigh of relief.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook. A pull. The white suede feels. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. right foot yearns for the you feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. Of course, it's only in your head. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc in the cabin, you see a set. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled.
There's no use pressing the hit button.
Translation. With alternative translation. Don't even.
日本怎么还关不起来？又升级了。3个。那个反应速度怎么样？人员赛道标新立。五感发的还不错。那个反应速度，我们有更多的费用了。
Yes?
The worn and beaten.
We can sit on bench.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
我记得好像那个有一个东西没问到，看看一下。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? This is Sylvia. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective? You mean why did...
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know who? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring God.
God, why can't you just mind your own business?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
You hear the call breaking up on...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and...
好像跟上次不太一样，没差。
This Post Lavatory, a faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102. The box seems each ship fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you.
他会帮我加士气耶，真假？
An old coal box with a make matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. And off-key.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't...
A single beep indicates that the line has...
去后面看吗？
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
我为什么要看这个？
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Cop habit. This isn't case related, you think.
Hmm. 有个屁孩在看这个事。
Kuno's got this.
哦，这就是昆诺。
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid,
臭孩子。
then this is it.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
还有其他的。
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, right.
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake! You should throw the rake!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. The fuck are you talking?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't... You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those...
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Alright, entertain the Kuno.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, pig.
Don't tell the pig shit.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that... You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. I don't know. Some Mesk or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't...
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross...
Just a couple of pigs snip...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
You're testing...
Get lost,
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a... The fuck about it. You're testing...
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
第三人称作为自己打面。
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that. Trying to get Kuno.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help!
强奸
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Everybody, please!
Escalate, Kuno!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense.
让他闭嘴。
Just appeal to his reason.
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. Look, the Kuno.
Relax. He can't read. There's a dead body. Remember, that's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his. You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
哦，挺漂亮。
Tell me about my fucking people. You don't know where I come from. You're just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember this.
Click, 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 click.
传奇难度。哦，所以我是可以让昆特让步。
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets hot.
Kuno gonna fuck you.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have.
Kuno doesn't.
What?
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno's Kuno. You already know that slow shit. Kuno thinks you have.
Kuno, stop being nice.
Ease off, see. Don't be. Kuno does.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs. What do you think you are? A super detective?
为什么还会扣刺激？
These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly
active decay. It's a.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow Kuno.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expect. Too late. It's impossible to keep until a pool of vomit. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it,
it's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
哦，取得阿莫尼亚对白色检定可以加值，加值可以降低，还可以重新检定。
I can't believe it. It felt like springtime just a few days ago. Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible...
秀眼笔。
Does Kuno care?
我突然不能检查尸体了。
Like a fucking volcano? Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for... What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of...
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Huh?
Yeah, like a...
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Oh, what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too big? Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Wish Kuno could.
Yeah,不能选其
You're
他的
lucky。you didn't die there.
Yeah. What are you?
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn... Don't ask questions. Roll with it. It will work. I promise. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptuals.
Kuno doesn't...
那我这个道具怎么用？
There he still is, looking right through you
哎，已
with
经有
his white eyes.
有昆仑呕吐抑制大法，
Dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it
这还
does.
是很难吧？
The ammonia only makes it work. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. No. This is a two-man... You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go...
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. then come back.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Stay away from me, pig. I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu.
Don't be traumatizing it.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit?
Get the fuck out of...
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal. Murder was the case. I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me.
You can still see the top of her hat from...
Fuck does Kuno care?
通情达理。哦，昆斯诺。3%。
Kuno doesn't...
This trash container is locked. Well, it is a container.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has...
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted again. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
那不是我的外套吧？
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the earth. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020H.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. The cloak? I do think it's yours. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meters tall.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what...
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial hub. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
这跳不过去吧？真的假的？你看一下有没有其他东西？这是钱呢？
It
这是什么？明信片。
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective.
薪水层级。
But that there was an interesting find. An alternative path into the harbor.
这是什么？看我要去拿我的外套吗？
Yes?
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope. No. That's still too high.
我这是慢慢走下去也可以吧？
Gymnast, you're a boxer, and you've climbed way too high up here.
啊！我死掉了。
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have.
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective genre.
哦，没有。这里是哪里？我跟这小屁孩讲过话吗？
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. What are you?
Perhaps that's right.
Kuno doesn't.
Kuno, the pigskin looks like it's time. I'm going away for a long.
What's going on there?
Stay away. I'll die before I come from the.
Don't be.
I'll die before. What's this?
Get the fuck out.
So it's a girl.
I'll die before. I'll die before I. You don't want.
You can
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, thrown like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how. You should give up, Popo, or the.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Kuno doesn't.
An inconspicuous pile of it's nothing. Someone just left because it's
Hey.
nice and orderly. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. An inconspicuous pile.
不是啊，怎么失败了？
Kuno care? Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. But I...
That's right. Turn your weakness.
Kuno doesn't...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty... Looks like it's... I'm going away.
What's going on there?
Stay... I'll die before I come...
Don't be...
I'll die before I... I'll die before... What's this kid?
Get the...
So it's a girl.
I'll die before I... You don't...
You can still...
快速组成。
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Like you don't have enough on your plate. You
Fuck no.
Kuno, they've almost...
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes...
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
Kuno doesn't...
这个好像选谁都没差。
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Like you don't have enough on your plate.
Get your snout out of... You should give up, Popo.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong.
Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work. An inconspicuous part. It's nothing. Someone. Because there's a...
Hey.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
Be still. The lieutenant. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use.
Of course, detective.
Yeah. Swift. Lightning.
See that ladder there?
有衣服看起来是拿不到了。
Yes?
Looks like someone left his... When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most...
Yes. You could probably make the jump.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the That machine is a...
Is it? But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we doing? Or it could be the cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. Well, it does...
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
等一下。
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings
我跳过去了。
is still caught on the railing. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous. As the concrete floor welcomes you,
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your...
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete.
哦喂，外套了。外套是吧？夹克。同舟共济，同舟共济，天人感应哦，变强了。
The
嗯，先吞一下。上个厕所。哎呀呀，好难哦！哎，靠背，刚刚有一个可以按的，怎么不见了？嗯。
On second glance,
it's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like...
The drawer opens smoothly, hundreds of documents containing and the same materials being handed over. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Oh, 42.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banner. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Why not?
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list. The drawer slide.
Oh. 有一个眼镜诶，布诺玄系为哦，不错吧？为什么刚刚那外头是橘的？新物品是橘的。这是什么？
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Token."
"但我没办法从这里出去。
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, "Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather." The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single the drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else. The enormity of the case before you dwarfs the list of side effects. You can't even see the side effects.
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
You take the painkillers. They are yours now. You stand and exit the booth.
If you must. But please hurry.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young.
Why did you take that? Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen.
这是工厂内部。快速储存是不是有一个键？看一下有没有。啊，这是什么 ？FS 键是什么？没东西了。李通灵。有价钱。
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. A rusting marsh with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that it's moving this container of...
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to it.
这边可以下去，没有，这是我上来的路，感觉要储存了。
Before you stands a cargo container.
You do? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one up. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
古怪，但是很彻底。劝说门自己打开，真的假的？
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Why are you what? Now is not the time to get philosophical, Detective.
You're back before the cargo container. It's drawn.
不知道我现在要干嘛？这里可以过。 鲜血的味道。这是怎样？这不是可以点吗？打不开了。有人呢。
Container, I'll turn you.
The lyrics to this container song are being. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not.
Container, you.
绿色不像下一个啊。
Container.
The lyrics to this. The accent is.
Container, Everard. He looks after it. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was a people say us Ubies are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never a—
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean... But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent him on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them, I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the
Easy, Leo. Let's keep...
Look at him. It's not gonna be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned
Oh, we're on a strike.
So no.
Not it, but Titus and his boys got into some drunken. Oh, I'm not. Him and his boys stirred up something, and I guess the boy.
Easy.
Look at him. It's.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the but Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel, Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk. Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's...
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus like. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Being a...
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting. You see disdain in the lieutenant's dark eyes when they meet yours for a moment.
Oh, mister, I do a lot more than that. I really do most everything around here. Mr. Everett said many times I'm irreplaceable. Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done. Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hmm?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister. Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just nodding.
Oh, that one. That...
Tell you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
那货柜。
Bye-bye now.
嗯。
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. With great effort, he straightens with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
陆晨先生，陆亚博。
I'm Everard.
杜亚博是谁？
Clare,
我是杜亚
head
博。
of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately...
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair on the other.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized...
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my...
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I know everything, Harry. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
这是怎样？帮帮我
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
这要怎么治疗我自己啊？我感觉应该是有办法治疗我自己。第二啊。
Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentence.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people.
Nothing you cop gives up. Before you is, with great effort, with a mixture of
Welcome, Miss. I'm Everett. I'd offer you my...
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good. he thinks. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
坐下来感觉不行。
Please, Mr. Dubois,
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong... I, too, have convictions. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation.
You're no Titan of Felician, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat. Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how...
The chair you're sitting on...
by the way, this should take... It should be sufficient...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Don't mention it.
He's not.
Now...
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't...
It was loaded.
Officer, we will...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is... You want to cry? God, you...
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Despair creeps into you.
坐下不能谈。
On your weakness, you're still coming up with...
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of Earth.
Nothing you can't...
可能是还没有到，这感觉应该是蛮后面的吗？这里不是我们要来的地方，是不是？这里感觉还可以过吗？应该也不是吧？可是镜头好像坏掉了，你看。等一下，我还可以去哪里？就没有地方去了。
A rusting control, no screech of metal when you...
正常不跳的话，应该是从这里走过来。
The file cabinet stepped a drawer.
没有钥匙。 对啊，那我看来我只能往那边走啊。进怎么坐人家椅子里面啊，桌子里面。
Before you is with a mixture of
Welcome, Mr. I'm Everard Clare. I'd offer you my hand, but
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, so tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has...
Oh, by the way, I heard you got This should take care. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for...
Wow, that's 25 real.
Yes,
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show.
Don't mention it.
He's not.
Now.
The world is swapped.
I know, it's not like...
It was loaded.
Officer.
I wouldn't be so sure about...
God, you're sweating.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Despair creeps into you.
惨了，怎么好像卡关了？
On your weakness. You're still coming.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a...
Nothing you cop gives up the detective's job.
这每片那个，可以用的吗？感觉没有东西用。互动。不是啊，我现在又出不去，还是我可以再跳回去？不行啊，不能跳回去。
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Yes?
The file cabinets, hundreds, and the same you already went through. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. All items on the drawer slide.
Anna? 可用数量是什么？ 可回复的数量吗？看一下，铁锹是可以一直装的嘛？哦，铁锹可以一直装，靠背。手电筒也可以一直装。我可以开门吗？还是不能开门啊？靠背，然后装它干嘛？那个画面还变歪歪的。可以开，哦呦，疑神疑鬼，手套。这感觉应该是可以干嘛？可以吃之类的。应该可以按什么键？看一下。没有哎。
Before you, with a mixture of.
Welcome, I'd offer you my.
He looks.
You go ahead.
Whatever he has it. Forget about that. What's with?
Please, Mr.
It's nothing. Yes.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see. So tell.
The chair.
Oh, by the way, it should be
Wow, that's 20.
Yes,
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget.
He's not.
Now, I'd like.
The world is swallowed.
I know, it's not like you.
It was loaded.
Officer.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
这要怎么治疗自己啊？没有治疗自己啊。
What is
Mr.
Dubois?
点一下就可以治疗自己。
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Dubois, Harry. Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see her.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm a...
Okay, enough. We are here.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why... I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean...
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone...
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it. Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. Harry, I'm a very busy man.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and they're a loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Fantastic, my friend. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age... Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Of course, let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac.
I think the odds of that.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No, man, it's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar. Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
Harry Dubois.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry. Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into haha.
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only,
Mr.
Kisaragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Harry Dubois. 我能在我可以吗？我不行。Harry Dubois.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt.
He got the name from the Census Bureau. And everything else?
Yes, Mr. Kisaragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a...
That means he doesn't really pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't... Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I don't know what that means, Harry. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is...
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
妙啊.
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic. This is the beginning of your legend.
Huh?
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an
我会拿到钱25。那-2怎样？这是什么？啊，这些是可以点的哦。我不是有一堆没有点到吗？这些是，我不知道这些要干嘛。
Mr. Dubois, see you soon, Deb.
我的画面歪掉了。这重灯有效吗？我看一下。有效。
You're back before the cargo container. It's
乒乓。哦，这也是从这里出来。
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really...
So,
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course, I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags.
温室后面地下。
Our organization is what you call compartment.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the...
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed... What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
敌方的战斗人。
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine... I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me.
Understood.
No problem. We're negotiating our share. Aye. This stuff, they already covered. It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor...
This seditious talk sounds like communism.
康主
Just so
义。
we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill
康民
Polish
主义。
people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees...
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disorder... The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish. He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative... Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And...
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Sure thing.
This was great. You feel mentally reinvigorated.
Right to work!
Looking for something?
那后面还有欸，这其实地方蛮大的。
There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool.
Very cool.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garb. The box smells like cat.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand. Buy second hand. keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
从容自若加一，天人感1.1，不需要吧？外套我捡到我的外套，我不要这个。
You see a salmon. The name.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's good. You're very.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
这个不是该把你的钱交出来？
Then fire away, officer.
啊？手指枪。还会减1上校。说服他给你钱。
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, supply. Good joke, officer.
You glance around the decrepit buildings. The miserable.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of...
My man, officer, you make all this possible.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
That's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer.
But did he first mark them up 100% just so that he could put them on sale? Yes, it's a business secret. Let him keep it.
No need.
But did he first...
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you... Anything for you. You mean these delicious...
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
It is. Practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too? No problem here, officer. I get all...
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
What? Look, officer. I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my...
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the apricot suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left. If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Very sharp, officer.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our... No, it's very cool, officer. You're a cool cop for caring about those things. You should buy cool glasses, too.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
Oh, okay. An investment? What kind of investment? I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here? But officer, I don't have that kind of money. 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
好棒哦。D'accord.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those...
A pair of Faun Ultras.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers...
Only? That's madness. Faun Ultra. We're the future.
Ooh.
You remember the slogan from some magazine. These once respectable speakers have been a small heat emboss on the
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
可怜的小喇叭。
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old...
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictator.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the... If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
No way, officer! No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, but see, if on the other hand...
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
50块买一个喇叭跟鞋还不错。我们50块，我妈是19块。他给我的最顶多是25块。 贼头租金。可以在本地的佛利多商店。我的那个歪掉了，怎么那么容易歪掉啊？这是哪里？哦，这是刚刚小贩那边。我说换一个场景，我就不认识了。动一下这个就回来了，那没事。应该只是把我镜头移过去，但是没有移回来。哎呦，手套又一个手套，疑神疑鬼，食髓知味。疑神疑鬼比较好。我食髓知味是1耶。要食髓知味加2感觉比较好。疑神疑鬼好。
G'day to you, officer.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overall.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chew.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Already.
A couple of indicator lights are. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed You pull the lever. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the... Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
星期三早上才修好。当铺。
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. Big men on big horses, clad in lament.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
这是看一下，如果换个手套。
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff. Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or failure? It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world fell. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will now get to work, comrade. Very well. I guess no one will build communism. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. Okay then, lie down and... You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinket. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse?
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend. About a man, 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
0.5块感觉是可以买。先跟老板谈一谈，再来买。
It's not often that I see office. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the wall.
Oh no, not at all.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come from. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dump.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh well.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as the lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off They went their way.
Wait, then it might be true.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man. Let me have a look.
看一下自己的衣服。
Another time, perhaps.
食髓知味，我食髓知味的装，然后存一下档。
Hello again. How can I help you?
585可以了吧？
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature. Rolodon is just something since the people's I was with the emergency relief.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted a bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing...
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance. A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile. Construction began during the commune. Needless to say, an emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it. So much disappointment. No one's. Everyone.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, so I came to Martinez. people told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Have you tried it?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending he won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Of course.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented. One especially catches your eye. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in. If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as...
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more... typical Martinez street light sits. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone, and this would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual, but his speech is...
It was brought to me to...
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every well, there are the costs of... The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary...
Okay, that checks out.
什么鬼？
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the... Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar. Smells like worn cotton with a side of flea market or trap.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going...
It's the man from Hyundai.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes. Ha.
Ha.
The man from Helmdale is the hero of a series of popular... In fact, most people don't think that man from
Helmdale is...
Neither is the man a real man, of course.
Wow. What?
Huh?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdale...
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complex. Besides, I've been to Kotla.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does sit...
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I suppose that makes sense, yes. Please go ahead and take...
我爽了，白嫖一个，哦呦，强征好胜减2。这可以用的。心智+1，生命值减1。那个我还蛮想买的，小公仔。
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
.那差不多要休息了，感谢各位的收看，拜拜。